Back with another hot jam.
Hot Jam, TNC Surf, bro.
TNC surf
This
shirt.
has turned into like
Uh
CDs, like
huh.
tips on shitty games. They're like
I
stuff,
own this game. I
stuff to
got it
do.
for like Christmas one year.
Yeah, yeah, I
Out
had
of the
it as
blue.
well. 1987, and Jesus, that was a long time ago.
It's 2 years into the Nintendo's lifespan, so
Yeah,
it should
yeah.
be a cutting tour de force.
So if YouTube had existed back then, I'd be like, hey, bro, this is what you got to do. You want to win all the big surf things.
First,
So
you
you,
gotta pick Thrilla Gorilla.
yeah, the Gorilla's better. So you basically just hold down the A button, and it's oh, if I can
And pull it
avoid the
out.
bird, holding the A button, you just go. It's funny. It's like not letting me do it.
You did it on the cat for like 20 minutes.
Oh, I know. I'll do it in a second too, for 20 minutes.
There
You
you go.
just go to hold A and you go to the top and you spin around. And if you have to spin to the right instead of the left. Somehow spinning to the left, it gives you the 500 points, but not the life. And then you could just sit there and just like,
Nice.
and you just sit there and do this.
And all I kept saying, "Oh, dude, now you're doing it."
Yeah.
That made a lot more sense. All I ever figured out was the like up with both buttons, like cowabunga.
Well, it's the same thing. It's like you hold B. If you hold A and go up, then you would fly off the. I can show it on the next one. I'll fly off. But if you hold B and go up, then you do the like surf thing, which seems way cooler. Like this seems like the cooler trick. Like if you're like a kid, you're like you want to do this one. You're like, yeah, bro.
Yeah,
And you get 300 points for it, but you get life sometimes. But usually it's like that guy's present, that raptor's present is what gives you life. And if I do this with A, I'll just fly
you
off.
just fly off and he dives.
Yeah, and
in.
it's die, and it's like a real surf move you might do, I guess. But if for this, so you see that guy comes and he gives you a life, and then
Right.
but this, if you hold A and like live dangerously on the edge, and it's weird. It's hard to describe what I'm doing, but you're sort of wrestling with like the weird momentum of the game.
Yeah.
Right now, it pulls you, and sometimes you can get it to like go up neatly. I can't right now, but because my life's full, it doesn't matter.
Right.
And the
Even
whole
though you're
time-
wiping out, it's not
Yeah.
actually like you're dying.
But you
have to
can,
lose, you have to lose all your yin yang.
yeah. And then once you get it, you just sit up here and
Maximum yin yang for maximum points.
yeah, and just the stupid bird, man. I mean, and it never stops. So at the time when I was a kid, there was on the back of the box, there was and actually we could probably like pull that up somewhere. Oh. That on the back of the box there was like trophies and stuff, and it looked like there was like some kind of tournament that you would unlock. So I was just like, once I figured this out, I was like, you know, like I'm gonna just keep playing through all the levels until I get to it. And so I
Right.
played this to level 99. Because I was like, surely eventually, and it was just like, and it after 99, it didn't like it just stayed at
It
99.
didn't go to the trophy screen.
Yeah. This game is just like playing like Empire Strikes Back on 2600, like when you're a kid.
Dude, that's another thing I did. You know, like sitting at my grandparents and just murdering the AT-ATs
Yeah.
in the little crit
You'll
spot.
just live
They
forever.
have a spot.
So yeah, and I can't explain this. Like sometimes you can just get the
Piranha.
groove of the surf thing, meaning like you see how when I go straight up, you're like, why don't you just do that? And it's like you have to wrestle.
You're just
You have to
pressing,
feel it
doesn't
to
go.
know what I'm saying, but it's like you have to wrestle with it right now. It's like it sort of always forces you down hard, and then you try to go up, and then it forces you up back into the corner of the wave.
Yeah.
So
Just
this
trying to
weird, like-
represent the wave like curling towards
Yeah.
the right. It just looks like the wave
Yeah.
is like you're riding on this frozen in time wave.
yeah,
It was
It's
just
just
a
the
game.
bird.
Yeah.
it's so absurd. Like, and you should, oh man, you should be able to go under it that way.
Sure. And the bird like attacks you too. You know?
Yeah.
I want to eat an iPad alert. I want to eat a monkey.
But you see how I just went up there and went plink, plink, plink and filled up my life. And then all you do
Yep.
is, I don't know what it requires you to do. There's not a minimum amount of points. It's just sort of like after a couple of minutes of writing. And then it does this thing at the end where it's like trying to make you be at the end.
Like you're
And
at
you
the
like
pier,
always
bro.
fight it. You're like, I don't want to die. I want to ride forever. And then because it does that, then it has this absurd that you are riding forever, you know?
Yeah.
And you wanted to get to the rad like guitar. Aw.
Not bad. Yeah, pretty cool.
And then when at the end, if you felt like you were gonna die, if you were close enough like that, you could just write it and it would just let you go.
I remember just struggling to finish, which is hilarious because it like once you know what you're doing, you can like you just go.
Yeah. And this is it. And the game never stops, so you just go out, and it doesn't get harder either. By the way,
No,
it's not like level 68 is hard.
You get a guy on an inner tube, a piranha, and a bird.
Yep, and they come at intervals, and you always go up and get extra life by doing what I'm doing,
more
and
hit
wrestling,
points.
and that guy will always come. But then, yeah, there was nothing I could do to avoid him. I was going to die from hitting him or whatever, so...
I had no idea. I remember just being like, what do you do in this game?
Well,
no one played it. No one I knew. I was the only guy who had it. And I owned it, you know?
Yeah. I owned it as well, but in San Diego, I'm guessing it's like the like surfer culture.
More surf
or
town.
whatever,
Not like people don't surf up here in San Francisco.
Yeah. Oh, but see, like this is like a thing you could do. You'd be like, oh shit, I died 3 times in a row. So.
And bananas for the gorilla. Yeah, that should have been a thing. It should have been like he can get the bananas and the cat can get the bird.
The bird, yeah.
Yeah. Cool cat, I'm sure.
Quit out designing the level designers. So John and I decided we were going to do this for 245 levels, so strap in, everybody.
Strap in and don't order a pizza.
And so if you really wanted to get past levels fast, you would just ride that as far down as you can and then see if you could get up smoothly. And this also helps you. Like there is some amount of distance.
The guy's just tubing through the like thrashing whitewater.
And I have full life now, so it's like, what's now I can just go do the jump just for fun. Why not?
That's all. I figured out. Well, I would do a little one though. How do you? Do you remember?
No, I don't know. No, I only. Yeah, I don't know about the.
I remember doing like a tiny one, and I would do it over and over and over until I got to the pier. And then,
that.
Yeah, that was closer.
But that doesn't give you points. But it's just like rejection thing. Yeah, it just does.
It's one of those things like I put it in, and it was immediately like I figured it out very like quickly enough. Like the life thing doesn't make sense. Like as a kid, you think it's like lives, or like if I run out of life, I'm dead. And like, well, yeah, you are, but all you have to do is get to the pier.
Yeah.
And then everybody goes, do, you're great.
But everything you do for points gives you lives. And the same is technically true in the skate. It's just way harder to get the points.
Yeah.
This was apparently really hard in the game. And I guess it is. Like I said, it's that feeling of like wrestling with it. But, I mean, that's all I got for this. But
and in this mode, it only ends when you run out of life.
Yeah, like if I don't ever run out of life, it will just never stop. It'll just be like, oh, look, you finished again.
You've made it to the land of 6 Gilligans.
Yeah.
Or I suppose not Gilligan, but...
And sadly, the screenshot on the back, which might be obvious, like it makes me wonder whether there's like a PC or an arcade version of this game. I don't remember either of those things being true. But they definitely, the screenshot on the back of the box had the other stuff on it. So like the HUD was like at the bottom, there was like 3 trophies, and there was a big trophy and 2 small trophies, and I got the sense it was like a
first, second, third kind of thing.
Yeah, and like you could like track your points and.
Oh, now that I see you doing it, I sort of remember doing that a little bit as a kid. This is just a game like this is half of the game right here.
This is half of it, yeah, and it's so much. This is so much easier in terms of your control of points. Yeah, I don't know why I haven't been doing this while I've been talking. This is what you would do is just. Well, I got sucked down there. It's like crazy, the feel of that. Yeah.
You're like, I'm pressing.
And then the guy can come. You see how the guy came with the thing, and it gave me a life even after I died. It's just his presence just like gives you a life.
His presence alone. Because I think what was going on. I had a yellow Teensy surf shirt. I don't remember what was on it. The gorilla was on the shoulders or something.
It's like it drags me to the finish.
Like fix you.
And what's going on in the pier on the right? It's just like a long walk.
There's like a short pier underneath a taller pier. Or something.
Yeah.
I had this yellow Teensy surf shirt. I had a peachy, well not a peachy, but like a binder, like a folder thing with like them all in a lineup at the cops or something because they wouldn't rage too hard or something. But I had that yellow shirt, and I wore it like a bunch. I had no idea. I was just like this weird like teensy things. I think my parents thought I liked it, so they bought the game. They probably found it at like Radio Shack for $10 or something. Like I don't know.
I feel like that didn't happen very often back then, though.
No,
like
it's
they
true.
didn't have like bargain basement games. Oh yeah, the plane was something like it meant something.
Maybe you hit the plane, not avoid the plane.
No, you can't hit it.
Oh, okay.
You like, because I would try. You can jump and it just goes behind you.
Uh-huh.
It does a weird thing, kind of like this guy too, where it sort of moves when you can't move.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
There you go.
Some shit.
Boo, 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 boo. He looks like he's a thief or something. He looks like a raccoon.
Yeah.
But then somewhere in like middle school, like 6th grade or something, I got into a fight in the t-shirt. And then the t-shirt always had a little rip and like a little like blood stain on it.
Oh jeez, it was like a brutal
Well, yeah,
fight.
just like kids fighting and you fall down and shit. But then every time I looked at it, I'd be like sad. I'd be like, oh, my t-shirt. It's ripped. It has a little stain. I probably could have got it out. I was just a kid. I assumed it was like ruined, I never showed. It was, you get into a fight. It was like, you get in trouble with your parents. So you like, like tell them, yeah, ride that girl. I do like that he dives in.
Anybody who was just watching that little run while you were telling your fight story would be like, why weren't you just doing that the whole time? And I'm like, yeah, exactly. Why wasn't
you
it?
could.
Well, I could technically, but you're still wrestling with it, and you get it to like a place. There were 2 details that you would have seen, which is one, you can see that when I spin to the left, it's a little easier, but I don't get points for it. But then once my life's up, that's the way to spin.
Right.
And then
but
then you get in these runs where you're just like doing it all day, and people are like, just do that. And
just
you're
do
like,
that.
I
know.
I
am trying.
yeah, trust me.
I wonder if there's like a randomizer somewhere in there for like current.
Yeah.
Boink, boink.
Here,
just
actually,
right
you should
in
try
backwards.
just to see what I mean.
Dude, not even. I have no idea.
So no, just hold down A, and then just flip around at the top, and you'll see if you go too hard at it, you're gonna fly off the top of the thing.
Sure.
And you want to flip around going to your right as opposed to your left.
Yeah, I did it.
But yeah. This is it. You'll die if you die now. That'll be it. So you gotta like.
Nope.
Yeah, not quite.
And up and
I
got 4 life though.
But see, you can feel the wrestle thing that you're doing, right? You're kind of like wrestling down and wrestling up, and it's like And
all I'm doing is pressing right when I get to the top.
Yeah. But there's like you'll start to feel the tug. You see how you can do it a little slower. There. Yeah, you're like.
Yeah, but I got some life when I did it.
Yeah.
As far as I remember, it was just like up with both B.
Yeah. That's what you were talking about. But that's
not the one though.
If you hold just B, and do it, and then you do this.
That's the one.
But you don't get life for that one. You could do it. You might get a life eventually. You get a life from like the dude coming or like.
Sure, and land on a banana.
Yeah.
Just like perfect serendipity.
And you can run into the pier and die too.
That's what I remember. I was trying to do it, but of course the bird just like no, the bird just comes down like that.
Yeah, I mean you'll die in a second. Like it'll kill you.
You can't. That's the earliest you can press up right there. Dude went under the bird.
And see right there, you got the straight one.
Yeah.
And you're like, why is it letting me do that now? And you feel like really happy when you get the straight one.
Yeah,
like, yes.
baby. Oh my god. I seem to remember just doing a short one, but it could have just been that giant one.
Well, the short one, I don't know what it does, but you're right. It was what your initial thing that you thought was like holding A and B
there
thing.
You go. Oh,
just does this rejection thing where it's just like kind of like spits you back.
The guy came out and gave me a life, just like you said.
And he gives it again.
Oh, I was trying to do it quick. 996.
You know what game is actually great? A game I really, really liked to play was the Kelly Slater surf game.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
You've talked about that before. The
guy
keeps coming out.
Yeah, he's saving
me.
You.
You don't even have my hand on the controller and shit. Here, have some more life.
They have a thing in the instruction booklet where that's like, that's the Grom, man. He's the Grom that's gonna mess you up, bro. Like the Grom being like the noob or whatever of like the stupid beach. God, you have just gotten all of the extra life.
That guy just keeps coming out and being like, nah, it's cool, man. I Grom you.
Isn't that like the hardest thing to do? Is the 100-point thing?
Oh, like stay in the curl.
Yeah, it's like.
Look at that. That time I went like
Yeah,
straight up.
yeah.
You know.
You can do it sometimes, and you can. Yeah.
And then you just have to notice it's happening.
Yeah.
And be like, sweet.
Most of the time, it does that thing where it like you do it up and it like it slams.
Well, I started pressing down because I was like, how do I?
Don't
like,
kill us, John. Don't do it.
I'm gonna do it on purpose right
now. Wait, here comes the guy to save us.
No, Piranha ate him.
Oh, dude.
Game is over.
Thank God.
But isn't there a wood rage?
No.
To accompany the water rage? No, there is not.